psychic or more aware or whatever you want to call it has been scary as hell. And I think everyone now is pretty much kind of being forced to have it happen to them. And people are unraveling is what I call it. And there's sort of an underlying fear behind it, because subconsciously you know what's going on, even if you're not totally conscious of everything. And I don't know, it's my mission kind of seems to be going in that direction, just helping people through this sort of transitional phase, because I do think it's gonna stabilize. Like, as we're moving up in vibration, they're saying we're moving to the 5th dimension. The door on the 3rd dimension is coming to a close, so we're not so much in the past or in the future. Right. As far as our mindset, we're in present time. And as we get closer to the 5th dimension, our aspects of being able to manifest become greater and greater. But right now we're manifesting all kinds of psychic stuff that we're only partially aware of, but we're creating all kinds of rubble out there, and it kind of needs to be cleaned up. And the rubble that's sticking to people is basically what I'm sort of making as my mission at this particular point in time. So that's kind of where I am. You know, eventually it's going to be, you want an apple and the apple appears. But right now you want an apple and the apple appears, except you can't see it, but maybe the little ghosty guy beside you sees it. So, you know, that's what we're moving into.
Well, you raise an interesting point. People are becoming unraveled, and you know, those of us on this call tonight are very out of the box, as you know, Chris is termed as being very out of the box in his healing techniques, but we all are. And we're also people that on one level or another kind of, you know, have experienced being broken. And the unraveling of people, the sickest people I encounter right now are the people who are never going to have the kind of conversation that we're having right now.
Or be aware of even what's going on.
Exactly. And yet I have sat across the desk from somebody and watched them go through endless facial tic shifts, energy shifts, face warping, pixelation, all of the stuff that we talked about.
Yeah.
And yet that person is presented as being perfectly normal. And I know, and this is not a judgment, it is an assessment. I know that that person is dealing with horrific stuff.
Absolutely, but it's happening outside of the conscious mind. But you know what? When it happens in your subconscious or your superconscious aspects, somewhere inside you know it's happening. And, you know, people are miserable because of it, I think. And a lot of the, you know, you can, you know, try and dull yourself down and, you know, drink as much fluoride as you can and maybe tune it out. But basically...
you see a suicide
showers popping up right now, and you know, I see myself in that role because I've been through a lot. And if I sat there and told my story to everybody, I'd get a lot of stupid looks. But if someone who's obviously distressed walks up to me and I'm sitting in a circle and I can clean up their aura and balance out their chakra system and send them on their way, and they throw me a cigarette or buy me a coffee, I'm a happy cat right now. You know, that's kind of where I'm at. So, yeah.
Well, I don't think there's going to be enough healers for the cleanup crew as this thing finally does kick in. I mean, I don't know what it's going to look like. I have kind of a premonition about things, but I can tell you that based on what I see day to day, every person who can get healed and then become a healer is going to be an asset overall to the entire planet, because the breakdown of humanity is just profound now. I mean, suicides are off the scale, murders, massive amounts of really horrible drug use. You see it in the culture itself and the way the culture has been debauched.
Right.
And so, you know, for people who are going through this, and, you know, this audience will relate to this pretty well. We all probably need to step up our game a little bit right now.
Absolutely. Every family needs a healer. And there's usually one freaky or one that's going to, you know, take it on.
Yeah. I know it's the freaks you got to look at, man. It's the normal people that are, they're in for a world of hurt right now, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, the times they are a changing.
Yeah. Well, I think we've kind of gone around the whole spectrum of things that we wanted to talk about tonight. If anybody has anything else they want to bring up, be heard saying, please chime in at this point.
Here's what I tell everybody. Okay, there's a lot of information that's being talked about tonight, and how do you know what's true? How do you know what's real? How do you know what's really out there? What I always tell everybody is think with your heart, feel with your heart. Don't try and logically try to evaluate everything. If it feels good in your heart, then it is. And that's not the same for everybody. Everybody's going to be different in their own ascension and their own consciousness about different things. When I work on different people with the same problems, it's all for different reasons. So if you need to decide if something is right for you, think with your heart. Does it feel good in your heart? Yes, it does. Then go for it.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Chris, I want to thank you for coming on tonight and sharing all of the things that you're doing, your services that are out there. The website, again, is chriskehler.net. And Chris has all of his services up there, how you can contact him. Geez, I'm impressed that you can schedule your own appointment. Try that at a medical facility. That's awesome. And Whisper, look, this was a brave move. Even though you're using an anonymous name tonight, you've put your voice out there. And I know the power of the resonance of the voice. You have placed a testimony on the record that people are going to hear as we put this out. And I want to thank you. I salute you for stepping forward and sharing your story and being absolutely open and amazingly honest, and yet at the same time charmingly freaky. I love it.
Charmingly freaky.
And Hayden, I know you're sitting back there. Thanks a lot for hooking up the wires, for getting us all together tonight. This was a fun conversation. I really, really, really enjoyed it.
It was spirited, wasn't it?
It was. It was excellent. Okay, guys, we're going to wrap it up. This has been Off Planet Radio. You can find us at offplanetradio.com, offplanetradio.net. We're stabilizing websites, too, by the way. That's been in drift for way too long now, but by this weekend, we'll be all plugged back in, and you can just go to offplanetradio.com. I'm Randy Maugans. The truth is out there. It's inside you. You better start looking for it now. It's about to get weird. Bye-bye.
You are listening to OffPlanet Radio at offplanetradio.net and offplanetradio.com.
Taxing these rap cats like meat amaze. The DJ say, give me the cash up front or else you get no service, no FaceTime or airplay. They running biz like a cellular prepaid. No matter, I spit that sick ill shit to thrill you, teach you. Then I get shy, holla by, hop a plane and meditate on the mountains of Machu Picchu. Splitting room fees with my doppelganger, look it up. Don't want a war with the constantly Mongols. I beat the bass while you pitter-patter bongos. Better act like you know, kid, I got the flow, kid. Type of nigga that'll gas a dude up, set him off, and then show him the brakes like Curtis Blow did.
It's on the bird. Authentic families, we on the word. Crazy Bizzle DGBs, it's on the bird. Gravity, it's on the bird. Authentic families, we on the word. Crazy Bizzle DGBs, it's on the bird.
Word. Turn me up some. DGB be the reason the speakers going boom, bitch. Tweaking on my people, you geeks to be leaving toothless. Ruthless, I ruin the booth and I leave it useless. Prosthetic the regiment, gravity's the movement. Smooth shit, the instrumental is a pendulum swinging and bringing the lyrics to fruition. The revolution of rappers and producers who rather hit static than another natic with maggot that babbles just like a doofus. Them niggas is fictitious, they spitting ignorant nonsense. Our lyrics are delicious, illicit, diligent bomb shit. DGB and Bizzle the illest without a contract. Sicker vision than a nigga with syphilis contract.
Gravity, it's on the